Hi guys, I'm doing this video. I didn't just wake up, but I just threw on some clothes, put something over my head. I didn't even like shower or brush my teeth or anything like that. I'm doing these videos to kind of keep you updated on the progress that I'm making with these stalkers and harassers, and how River Bay and their employees are damaging my property. It's so important that I let you guys know that. Every time I go to pull out something, it has one of those marks, and I hope you guys are looking at my videos. I know I have a lot of them up, but I hope you guys are looking at them. And anyone who knows me knows that what's going on in my life is something that I normally would never react this way, but I have to. You can see how my eyes are puffy and swollen. I'm wearing one of my favorite sweaters. I mean, this sweater, I have the same shirt on I had in another video. I just threw it on, but this is one of my favorite sweaters. And I'm telling you guys all this information, not just because it's therapeutic for me, but it's also hopefully helpful for other people. I wanted you guys to also see the flower wall that I created in the previous video is sort of the backdrop I'm using. But I just wanted to let you guys know, a lot of the stuff that's getting damaged, I'm going to have to replace, and I'm going to have to figure out how River Bay allowed this to happen and how a lot of things went wrong too fast. Just to give you an idea, in 2015, I was working on sort of restoring my childhood Barbie dream house. Everything was great. I was shopping. I was, doing all the things that I wanted to do. I was getting my businesses ready. And I was so excited. In a matter of months, everything went wrong. So I feel like this was then. And then now I'm like this. With the scarf up, you can I'm sort of showing you guys now the discolorations and the marks. But the scarf I have down to cover it. So in such a short amount of time, that's not that long ago for me. A matter of months, everything started to go downhill. And the more I tried to kind of get a hold of what was going on, the worse it got. The stuff that I'm telling you about isn't secret. It's easily and readily available on the internet. So it's not like I'm telling you things that you might not know. But I wanted to put it out there for people who don't know. Spread the news. There are apps. And people running around, especially in New York, stalking and harassing people, hitting people with lasers, destruction of property. River Bay was a beautiful community before this all started. We had a great group of neighbors who looked out for one another. And for some reason, somehow, it deteriorated too quickly. So it's not just me. I am someone who these people decided to try to stalk and say that I am a horrible person when I have more than enough people who know me and said I'm not a horrible person. They are trying to get me upset because they feel like if I get upset publicly, it will make me some horrible person. So I don't know what, I'm 48, okay? I'm telling you guys the truth. A 48-year-old woman who never got in trouble with the police, who never had anybody issue any sort of restraining orders against me or complaints about me. And I'm suddenly in this trap that these people are trying to set for me. So I'm telling you today, this is March. This is during Lent. I went to Catholic school my entire life, from kindergarten through college. I never got in trouble. So if you ever see me acting crazy, and I'm going to try to do my crazy, acting like that, please call the police because something is terribly wrong. That is not how I've acted. If you notice these marks on my head, I'm telling you now, they hit me in the head with something. They made me disabled. I have a lump in my back. I was diagnosed with sciatica and headaches. That is on record. That isn't something that they can say didn't happen. They're spreading malicious lies about me. They have grown men, like big guys, following me around, trying to bully and intimidate me. They're making up lies about me and my family. They said They called me, and I'm going to tell you, these are mainly people who aren't black. So I think this is an anti-black thing. They said I'm ghetto. They said I'm ghetto. They said that I can't afford things. I've worked since college. Consistently since college. They said anytime I took off, which was time when I was working on my creative projects, that I'm unemployed. If I'm funding my own creative projects, I am not unemployed. I'm working on my creative projects. You can even check. I have a copyright screenplay in the Library of Congress. My name is Shamega Johnson, but I wrote under S. Laurel, which is from like 2001 or so. It's in the Library of Congress. I wrote under S.J. Johnson. I wrote under Bella Soul. So I tried to, at one point, keep my identity private so my writings would not distract from the companies I'm employed with. Because I work for companies, I didn't want my writing to in any way reflect on the company. But now, because of all this, I need to make sure that all my creative work isn't stolen by these people and rebranded or repackaged. I worked decades on my writing, decades. But the more they came into the apartment and pulled out my things, the more I feel they were not only trying to steal my identity because they stole my credit card and they stole my name, but I feel that they're trying to steal some of my creative material. So please look me up and you'll see. I've never had an issue. I don't want to go through like the thank you cards and different things that happen because I don't want those people to then be stalked by these same people. But it's so important to me. Like I said, I didn't even brush my teeth. My teeth are, but it's so important to me to put this message out there for everyone to hear. They've eavesdropped on me. I don't know how they're able to. This is New York City. I don't know how this is allowed to happen, where people can spy on you and monitor you and walk behind you and no one does anything. You would think that the police or someone would just stop them in their tracks when you see a bunch of men walking. I'm a very slim woman and I have these marks on me. Let me see if I can zoom in on them so you folks can see. These are part of the laser marks in the black and blue. I was diagnosed with Barrett's esophagus and precancerous breasts and sciatica, and I have a back problem, and I have that. So I'm not someone who would face down these people and fuss and fight with